So Ted took you to Simpson's? I mean, a greengrocer can hardly afford to lunch at Simpson's, can he?
Well, of course, I realized he wasn't a greengrocer at all. He's really quite well off, and he's there to learn the business. It's one of a big chain, that shop. He tells us he's the son of a man who owns them. Stevie, how would you like to make a living selling fruit?
I wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't it be grand if you could have a steak whenever you wanted it? I have it 3 times a day.
Oh, you'd soon get sick of it.
Bet I wouldn't. I don't see how anyone can get sick of things to eat, except for poached eggs.
No, what's the matter with poached eggs?
I think they're the worst thing in the world. I bet you Ted doesn't eat them.
I bet you he does.
Bet you he doesn't. It's beneath his dignity. He's smart too. He knows about all sorts of things, like burglars, gangsters, everything.
How does he know?
He reads about them. He says the gangsters aren't as frightening as you think. Some of them are quite ordinary looking. After all, if gangsters look like gangsters, the police would be after them, wouldn't you think?
Why, good evening, Mrs. Verloc.
Hello. Do I know you?
I'm a business associate of your husband's.
Oh, hello there. How nice of you to call.
And you must be Stevie.
That's right. What's in the package?
It's a surprise. For you, Stevie.
Oh, a pair of birds. Oh, I love them. Which one's the hen?
Oh, well, you'll have to wait until one of them lays an egg.
Wouldn't it fool everybody if one day the jet laid the egg? Gosh, wouldn't that be funny?
Isn't that kind? Now, what do you say, Stevie?
Thank you.
Now, why don't you go and show them around with your sister so that the professor and I can have a drink?
In the bottom of the bird cage, which I just presented to Stevie, is a trap drawer. Inside that drawer, there is a package already wrapped up to look like a parcel. I've made it look like one of your film containers, something you'd be seen with regularly. A stroke of genius on my part, I do think.
Yes, very clever. So I take the device to the...
The mechanism is all set and ready to go at 3 p.m. Make us proud, and do keep an eye on that greengrocer next door.
You and Ted?
Oh, I do. The greengrocer is the cover for Detective Sergeant Ted Spencer of Scotland Yard.
Oh, what?
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I was just leaving. Good evening. I'll let myself out.
It was terribly kind of you to give Stevie the birds. He just loves them.
I was hoping that would be the case.
You're terribly good to him.
And am I not to you?
If you're good to him, you're good to me. You know that.
Yes. Now, when you had lunch with Ted, do you remember what he asked you? Did he ask you any questions about yourself? About me?
None that I can think of. Why?
Because I think you might be detective from Scotland Yard. That's why.
Our Ted! Don't make me laugh.
Laugh if you'd like, but I am taking this matter seriously. I am going to have a word with him right now.
I was just there. He's off this afternoon.
He's got eyes for you. I have seen it. Well, now we know why. It is information he's after.
Well, then I shall have a word with him myself.
Very well. Now, my dear, what are you doing tomorrow afternoon?
What do you have in mind?
A package. Films. I need them delivered.
Just tell me where.
Fine. I'll read it all out.
Oh, wait a moment. I'd almost forgotten. Renee's out in the country this weekend for her brother's wedding. Perhaps Stevie can make the delivery?
Well, if you think so.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be happy to. I'll work it all out. As for now, I think a long bubble bath and early to bed for yours truly. It's a big day tomorrow.
It certainly is.
The following morning, Ted meets Winnie in the Bijou lobby.
Forgive me for busting in like this.
We're getting used to it, Ted. And we have nothing showing at this early hour.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Verloc. I'm here on business.
Yes, the business of spying on our family.
Mrs.
There's nothing personal in all this, Mrs. Verloc.
Isn't there? You had us fooled, all right. Letting Stevie and I think that you are our friend.
Do you think I enjoyed it? Listen, I asked to be taken off this job this morning. You can guess why. But it's not as easy as that. In my job, you have to do as you're told.
What have you been told? Now, if it's about the man who came here last night, well, he was here on business. About the cinema.
That's just the idea. You don't know what business they discussed.
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure my husband has done nothing wrong.
I hope you're right.
Why do you say it like that?
Because we believe there's something going on connected with sabotage. That blackout the other night, you remember?
Whatever it is, my husband has nothing to do with sabotage. He told me he'd been in all evening.
That wasn't true. I saw him come back with my own eyes.
I don't believe it.
You're making things very difficult for me. I'm afraid I have to ask you a lot of questions.
I've told you once, I've told you before. My husband is the most harmless person in the whole world.
Stevie, has that tubular gone to Canterbury yet?
Oh, there's plenty of time.
Well, maybe it could take you long now. There's another job I need doing at the same time. One of the projector lenses needs repair. The technician can't come right over here and fetch it, so he suggested that you leave it at the Piccadilly Circus station cloakroom, and he'll pick it up there at 2:30.
Got it, I know the place. The cloakroom in the Piccadilly Circus Station.
Yes. The time is the important thing. It must be there by 2:30, so maybe you can take it along now.
There really isn't any hurry.
You're gonna have to walk the whole way.
Walk? Why?
Well, you know you cannot take Filmtons on public vehicles.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
No need to tell your sister you're going as far as Piccadilly. You know how she is, always thinking you're going to get run over.
She needn't worry.
Now, the time is the important thing, so hurry up. You might be late. Here, take my watch. I set it ahead by 5 minutes, so you wouldn't be late.
I'm going.
That's a good boy.
Oh, there's Stevie. What have you got there?
Hi, Ted. I'm taking this two-wheeler over to the Canterbury.
Bartholomew the Strangler. That's a juicy one. Have you seen it yet?
14 times.
It must be quite a wrench parting from it. Have you learned all of Bartholomew's tricks?
I'm still working on the fine points.
Well, on your way, Bartholomew.
So long.
Careful of the crossing, Stevie.
I can take care of myself, can't I?
Goodbye, Stevie.
So long.
Now, Stevie, is Mr. Verloc in?
Yeah, I just left him. Bye.
Now, if you don't mind, may I speak with your husband?
Right this way.
You see, Mr. Verloc, I couldn't afford to let you in on all this. Now I put all my cards on the table. I came here to ask for your help, nothing more.
I see.
I've been instructed to gather a little information about that man that was here last night. We'd be very grateful if you'd help us.
Well, any help I can give, of course.
And I have some questions for you as well, Mr. Verloc. When did you first come to this country? Perhaps it would be better if you put it down on paper, just a formality.
At 2:15, on his way to Piccadilly Circus, Stevie found himself distracted by a street salesman. There's always somebody on the street ready to steal your time and money.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I want to ask you a question. What is it causes teeth to fall out? Decay is inevitable in all human organisms. But what if I was to tell you that it could be instantaneously arrested? I have here in my hand a most remarkable product, Salvadon. 6 pence for the small tube and a shilling for the large one, which contains 4 times as much. Now, let me give you just a little demonstration. Oh, I see here a young gentleman who I'm sure would be happy to assist me.
Me? No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. Now, come on, right up here on this chair, young fella.
But I don't want to.
All right, stay where you are. Don't get excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to observe that the young gentleman's teeth are very dirty.
They are not!
Yes, they are. Now, come on. Open your mouth. That's a good boy. Salvadon performs all the functions that nature forgot. It cleanses the teeth, refreshes the breath, and removes all traces of halitosis.
Hello, what?
Bad breath to you, sir. No, thank you. I don't need it. Now, you may have observed, ladies and gentlemen, that I have disarranged the young gentleman's hair. But that is easily taken care of with this bottle of Lawswell. You put it on the hair like that. You see? It is guaranteed to give the look of patent leather. And you are now groomed for stardom, as they say. Now, go on. Buzz off, you little bastard.
Remember, the time is the important thing. It must be there by 2:30.
Now, where are you running, young man?
I have to catch the bus across square, officer.
Nobody's crossing this square, not right now.
What's going on?
Well, don't you see how nicely everybody's lined the streets? It's a parade, son!
Oh boy, a parade! Oh, I don't have time for a parade.
The 250 to Piccadilly is right on time.
Careful at the crossing, Stevie. Excuse me, sir, will this bus take me to Piccadilly for 2:30?
2:30 in the morning? It's already 10:03. Now, hold it, big boy. You can't bring those on a public vehicle. They're film tins, ain't they?
Yeah.
Well, then they're flammable. Go on, hop off.
Remember, you can't take film tins on public vehicles.
But I have to get to Piccadilly. I have Bartholomew the Strangler.
Oh, well, since it's you, Bartholomew, old fellow, you can stay just as long as you promise not to set about me or the passengers.
Thank you.
Excuse me, what time do we get to Piccadilly?
3 o'clock, ma'am. Not more than a few minutes. Tickets, please.
Well, hello, young fellow. You may sit here if you like, but mind the pooch.
Thank you. Oh, what's his name?
Alfred.
Oh, come here, Alfred.
Oh, he likes you, I
Oh,
can tell.
what a good boy.
Do you have the time?
Here, take my watch.
Certainly, it's 2:40.
Thank you, son.
I beg your pardon, but I think your wristwatch must have stopped.
The time is the important thing.
I can't be late.
Well, perhaps it just needs some winding and...
I think it's off. My pocket watch gives me 3:05, and it's never steered me wrong.
It must be there by 2:30.
You're both wrong. I set my clock to the second each and every day. Why? My very job depends on it. And by my time, it will be 3 in exactly 10 seconds. 9, 8, Piccadilly's next. 6, tickets please. 3, 2, 1.
Well, I hope you see that I am no threat. So how about that drink now?
No thanks. However, if you'd let me use your telephone,
By all means.
put me through to Superintendent Talbot, please. Spencer here, sir. What? A whole busload. No survivors. A whole busload of people has been blown up in the West End.
How awful.
I have to go.
glad you're here, Spencer.
I had no idea to the extent of the damage.
I've seen many a thing in my day, but this is one of the most devastating.
Have you gotten on to any clues?
We have some curiosities laid out here on the table. What's this? Bartholomew something.
Bartholomew the Strangler.
That's a film tin, isn't it?
It is.
I thought you said Burlock hadn't gone out this morning.
He hadn't.
You best be getting back there to see if it's one of theirs. I'm off to meet Hollingshead at the bird shop.
How many?
2, please.
Now, Renee, are you certain you haven't seen Stevie all afternoon?
Sorry, I haven't. How many tickets?
1, please.
Big bomb sensation. Late extra news. Big bomb sensation.
You have nothing to worry about, Miss Fee. He should be absolutely fine. He can take care of himself. How many?
2, please.
Late extra news. Big bomb sensation. Big bomb sensation.
Renee, give me a sixpence, will you? Boy, I'll take 1.
Here you go, ma'am. Late extra news. Big bomb sensation.
Explosion among remains. Film tin. Bartholomew the Strangler.